Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and this shiny-looking guy next to me, that's Rob, my good buddy Rob. Look how shiny.
How you doing? How you doing?
Finger guns, all right.
Finger guns. We got this gun. We got that gun. It's a new show.
Yeah, it's another week.
Another week.
This is episode number 73.
Lucky old 73.
Lucky old 73.
Still in a pandemic.
Still in a pandemic. Yeah, that's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Nope. But that's all right, because we got video games to talk about.
Mm-hmm. I was actually surprised about how much we have to talk about this week. It didn't seem like there was much news since the last time we were together, but surprise, surprise, there is.
Lots of news.
Yeah.
So many good news.
I mean, it's not all awesome news, but it's news.
It's news. We're not here to differentiate what you, the viewer, might consider important news. So we're bringing it all.
Right.
All the news. Not just filling time.
Not just filling time.
Not at all. Like, you guys want to know, is Chessmaster for the PSP the greatest chess game ever? It may be. Tune into the end of the show to find out. Sorry.
You're gonna have to.
I'm off my medication, guys. Yeah. I apologize.
No. I mean, that's a good hook. Good hook to keep people watching, right?
Yeah. I have to look that up quick.
So, in an excellent segue here, and a little bit of housekeeping, I wanted to thank Jo for his YouTube comment. It means he was watching and listening, and he pounded on his keyboard, and that is literally the comment that he left for us. It was funny because I think Rob was about to send it to the spam folder because he's like, man, we get some weird comments sometimes.
Yeah, we do get some weird ones from all sorts of adult groups and stuff that are just regularly spam. I'm like, oh, what's this? And Ryan's like, that means you listened.
Yeah.
I'm like, right.
So
thank you.
Thank you, Jo. It was much appreciated. We had a good chuckle about that. So thanks for watching, and we appreciate you.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
And we're done. That's all we're doing today.
Sorry, I'm so used to you saying thanks for watching, and it's time to go. And
yeah. No, I gotcha.
I wasn't ready. What are we doing?
Well, now we're going to move into news.
Video games. Right.
I think we're done with housekeeping.
Okay. Feel good story of the year.
So 2 episodes ago, I reported the rumor that the Mass Effect Legendary Edition was going to hit in March, and this past week that was kiboshed, and they actually gave us a release date of May 14th for it coming to PC and consoles.
Still not bad.
Yeah, still happening this year. This seems a lot more solid than like coming in 2021. Yep.
BioWare needs a hit.
Yeah, BioWare needs a hit. And just reading some of the notes here, like they, one of the big things they did, I guess, in Mass Effect 3, you could play as a female, what's the main character's name?
Shepard.
You could play as female Shepard. So they brought that back to the first 2. So you can right from the beginning. Because I guess your save games, Damon was saying, actually, like what you do in 1 actually can do stuff in 2. And
okay.
Damon's a pretty big Mass Effect fan because he also shared that he pre-ordered that amazing helmet for the collector's edition that they're that they're doing, and it's the M7 like helmet, and it's pretty awesome.
Which he will totally wear on an episode.
Absolutely, we're gonna make them.
And it supports ultra widescreen.
Yeah, man. So it's you know what? I'll finally take the dive into Mass Effect. I missed a lot of great stuff on consoles, You know what I'll take after I play Mass Effect? You know what I really should play is another BioWare classic that I've never touched, which is Night.
Anthem?
No, I've touched that and thrown it away.
Poke, poke, poke.
um, the Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've played the Old Republic, like the MMO, and that was great.
Hmm.
But I never tried Knights of the Old. So
There you go.
yeah. So yeah, Mass Effect coming May 14th.
I already closed the article, but it was like PlayStation 4, Xbox
Yeah.
One,
Oh yeah, it's
PC.
coming to yeah, Xbox One, PC, PS4 and 5, Series X and S, all of it,
All the things.
all the things. Okay. Oh, so PlayStation launched their wrap-up site again, and we were just going over this before we started the show.
Yeah, this is where you can log in with your account and see games you play the most, total amount of hours, just how much you love the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And we were at wildly different levels of love for the PlayStation.
Yes, we're. I wish all the consoles would do something like this. Like I wish the Switch, like Nintendo, would do something like this because I'd like
Didn't,
to know,
didn't they
right?
do something like that one year?
I thought they did,
Yeah,
but I
I
haven't
don't know if it was
said.
in it was in as in depth as this, but and the drugs. Oh,
So um, number of games I played this year on the PlayStation was 23. My top games were No Man's Sky, big surprise. The Division 2 and Last of Us Part 2 were my top three.
how many hours of No Man's Sky did you play, Ryan?
I played 196 according to PlayStation,
Yeah,
Rob.
yeah, that's a lot of hours of.
It's a lot of hours.
It's a guy with grown-up kids. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, the Division 2, this surprised me. I didn't realize I'd played 100 hours of it. Like, I mean, I really like that game. It's and then, I'm still playing it. Like I'm playing the Warlords. It's kind of been bumped to the back burner, but
Mhm.
I think I logged on and played for an hour or so on Saturday there. So,
There you go.
and then the last one was Last of Us Part 2. I put 39 hours into that.
Do you want me to kind of bounce off? Want me to do mine now, or
Yeah, yeah.
sure?
With it,
Okay. So, number of games played in 2020, 11, which is about 8 more than I would have figured. My top game, NHL 20, 15 hours.
respectable.
Yeah. Beat Saber, which is number 2, with 6. And number 3, Jack and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy,
Oh, right,
with
right.
3 hours. So, for those keeping count at home, I don't play a lot of PlayStation. NHL is really the thing I play the most, and then some VR. But even the VR, I obviously haven't played as much as I thought. But
Yeah,
um, yeah, I'm not a huge PlayStation guy. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that a lot of the games it's on our main TV. I'm not going to play them in front of my kids. Like there'll be no God of War on our main TV.
right, right.
Um, so yeah, that's
What was your
my
total hours of gameplay on the PS4? It's
that's further
down.
down, right?
Yeah, just
62.
62.
Yeah.
See, that's a normal person's level.
Yeah.
Yeah, because mine was 411.
Well, you had 196 in one game. I
Yeah,
mean, that's kind of
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Now, I mean, I may have put 200 hours into um, Borderlands,
Right, right.
but that's downstairs in the man cave. So
Yeah.
the man cave here, over here, behind me.
So speaking of God of War, it got its PS5 patch this past week,
Right?
which
Did you
brings it.
try it?
No, I did not get a chance to, but I'd be interested. Like, I am interested in loading it up. I got so many games on the go right now. I really thought I was paring down my like, kind of bringing it all in and like just narrowing it
Right.
down. But I think I'm gonna have to do another pandemic cleanse here, and just like game cleanse, pandemic game
Hmm.
cleanse, and just I think the big thing I need to do is unsubscribe to Game Pass for a month again or two, and just catch up on some stuff I have, because Game Pass is definitely the culprit that that
Yeah.
drags me into other stuff. Right?
Well, here's another thing. Like, without a 4K TV, are you going to get much out of the patch? Like,
Just
it's.
just the 60 frames.
Did you not get 60 frames on the game before?
No,
Okay. Okay.
no, no, not well. No, because I played it on the Pro before.
Right. Well, that's what I'm meaning. Is like, did you when you were playing it on the Pro, was it not 60 frames then?
I don't think so.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I was just curious. It seemed like the PlayStation Pro would have been able to.
See, but it was God of War was one of the first games I kind of played on the when I was getting back into console. It was like probably
Right.
the third game I played. So um I know on the Pro it had like a fidelity or
Okay.
stability, and I think
Mm-hmm.
I chose stability.
Okay.
So that would be the 30,
Hmm.
the 30 frames. And but again, yeah, I don't know. It's a gorgeous game. I just
Yeah.
like to see it
Yeah.
again. Actually, I'd like to play it now that I kind of get open world games a lot more,
Sure.
and things like that. So yeah, God of War PS5 update patch. So this one's just a little tidbit of news. The art director of Resident Evil 8 Village there,
Hmm.
he confirmed that Lady Dimitrescu
Yeah. Yeah.
is 9 feet 6 inches tall.
And that the internet is a horny, horny place because this blew up. Whether or not you follow video games, I guarantee most people knew that this woman was 9'6" because everybody was talking about it. There was all sorts of "step on me, lady," and
Yeah.
um, yeah. So this game already going to be a bestseller
Yeah,
for
it's already.
yeah.
I've seen pictures of people cosplaying as her already.
Oh
It's like,
yeah, oh yeah. It's like the game has not come out. She's 9'6". No one's talking about the gameplay. They're just talking
no,
about
no,
Lady Dimitrescu being 9'6".
yeah. So Damon posted this next one about
Yeah.
Warner Brother games,
Mm-hmm.
and how they patented their Nemesis system, which
Right.
is it's one of those like things.
Now, can you kind of recap what the Nemesis system is and where it's from? And
Yeah, so it in the Middle Earth games, there's Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. Um, so basically, what happens is you whenever you come to a new castle or fort or whatever they call it, you basically bring up this hierarchy screen, and there's like the guys in the front are like the lowest level, and then there's like another level of row of guys behind them, and as you're so you're basically to finish the level and like kind of level up enough to get out of there, you need to take on these captains and generals and whatnot.
sure,
And but like uh you can also see how they're all interconnected, how like three of the guys in the front row will report to a guy in the third row, and then so if you take out the guy in the third row somehow, it makes it easier to take out the guys in the those three guys in the like it's very
sure,
it's its own system. It's not like it's a
sure,
really specific thing that they definitely designed for this game.
sure.
And
Okay.
it is what makes the game. Um, and I mean, like, the if you defeat someone but they escape, they remember you, and they
Hmm.
can get other guys to these captains can get other guys to help them come after you, or sometimes you can turn one and like send them in to infiltrate and cause havoc in the captains, and these
Okay.
captains, because they're orcs, they fight amongst themselves too, and like you get kind of a daily update on who's beating up who, and it's not a little thing.
Sure.
It's a very dense system, and um I think they realized they had something unique, and I think that's why they patented it. Doesn't
Okay.
sound right, but
Yeah.
so um what do you think, like, from what you've heard about this, what do you think about this?
Well, it made me think of another game comparison. Another time they patented what was a very significant gaming thing so that no one else could have it was in Ridge Racer, the original Ridge Racer for PS1,
Mm-hmm.
where you could, while this game was loading, you could play Galaxian. Now, for any of our younger viewers, if you've played Galaga, Galaxian was the game that came before Galaga. Galaga was like a Galaxian too. Everyone always remembers that one. So I want to say Namco. I think Namco made Ridge Racer.
That sounds right, yeah.
They patented the idea of a loading screen minigame, and that just ran out in 2005. So that was a 10. I want to say it was 10 years that no one could make a loading screen minigame,
Hmm.
which would have made a lot of games, especially in the early CD, early DVD era, a lot more bearable. So thank you, Namco, because Ryan and I remember Sega CD,
Yeah.
the 3DO, the
even
early
even
PlayStation. It was like the
even
game would load.
non-consoles, even on PC, man, like,
Mm-hmm.
man, I remember Wing Commander 3, like I could start loading a level and go make a sandwich and like
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yep, yep,
and then still
and
come back, eat the sandwich, and still have time to wait, you know.
yeah, it's so yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. Um,
So what about one that's a little more current? What if PUBG had
hmm,
had patented battle royale?
hmm. They'd have an awfully hard time proving they were the first ones to do it, though, because they
Yeah,
weren't. I think that's where the big key is. Like you said, Nemesis system seems to be something that a
yeah.
very intricate way that these orcs interact with each other. And Namco was the first one to come up with a loading screen minigame, I guess. Or they at least were the first ones to patent. But yeah, would be an entirely different world if Battle Royales had been patented by one
Yeah,
company. We'd
yeah,
all be
I
playing
guess.
PUBG.
It I mean, there was a lot of stink about that, but they were when Epic kind of said that we're adding it as like a tribute to PUBG in Fortnite, which was originally a zombie wave shooter,
Sure. Yeah.
not anything like it is now.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
um so yeah. Well, it I mean, Warner Brothers should either make some more of these games, because I
Hmm.
don't think one's come out. 2017 was Shadow of War.
Right.
So
Right.
I gotta wonder if the new uh, what's that little dude's name from the Lord of the Ring movies? Not the Hobbit, but Gollum. The Gollum game is coming out, and I think it's from
Oh,
Warner Brothers. I wonder if it's going to use it.
maybe.
So yeah, it license it out if you're that.
Yeah,
Let some other games give it a try, because it's a good idea.
it is.
Um,
And I mean, it's like Warner Brothers game division isn't really. They almost sold it not that long ago. So the parent
right?
company, which is AT&T.
But
Oh,
Damon was like, "How can you?" He was kind of upset, I think, because it's like, how can you
yeah.
patent a gameplay mechanic like this? Like, I think
And
someone
how could you
clever,
not?
yeah, I think someone clever enough should just make something that's kind of similar,
Hmm.
just not enough that it's,
Yeah,
know.
it seems like there's a lot of wiggle room, and you could make something very, very similar where bosses react differently when you do things, and call it the Genesis system or something, and
Yeah. Or
or
yeah,
Exodus or Leviticus or Numbers, whatever you want to call it.
there you go.
That's a Bible joke right there. You're
I got
welcome. Everyone just turned it off. That's
yeah. Well,
don't
looking
you
at the
bring religion into my
looking at the
podcast.
looking at the logistics later, it's like at the 25-minute mark, everyone just stopped watching. It's like no views past that point.
You know what I would say then? Cool. Look at all those people who viewed to 25 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
right.
pretty cool. Uh,
Oh boy.
yeah, boy. What
Oh
else is
my.
happening? Oh,
So
other big news.
yeah. So everyone kind of thought that there would be some big announcements at BlizzCon this year, but Blizzard, it could be a red herring, but I doubt it because it was during um, a whatchamacallit call.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm having lots of trouble.
Having all the trouble here.
All the trouble. Uh,
The,
their stockbroker call for
the shareholder annual
shareholder.
shareholders call.
There
Yeah,
we go.
yeah.
Oh my god, that
That
was
word
just
did not want to come out.
no, it did not. Anyways, they said during the shareholders call that um, Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4 are definitely not coming out in 2021. Yeah, I think
In
a lot
other
of I think
in other words,
a lot of people figured Overwatch 2 would come out this year. But
come out when Blizzard's damn ready.
yeah.
That's what they do.
um so it's hard to say what they'll announce at BlizzCon then, which is I think coming up soon.
What month is it?
I don't even know anymore. Someone told me it was February. I was like, yeah, right.
Yeah,
It's just
punched him right in the face.
it's January still.
It's March 2019. What are you talking about?
um Anyways, so they're thinking that the big announcement will be the Diablo 2 remake,
Oh yeah,
which is we talked about last week from
yes,
Vicarious Visions, right?
that'd be great.
Which will hold Diablo fans over until 4 is good and ready.
And Diablo Immortal.
I think that's gonna come. That's gotta come out. Like they're already
It's pretty
beta.
quick, I think. Yeah,
They're beta testing it already. So
yeah, they're not talking so much about it anymore.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think it's for North American audiences, to tell you the truth. I think it's more of a European, Asian type game that's going to do much better over there than it's going to do here.
yeah. I mean, I've got nothing to say otherwise. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that game's for, but you know, they'll probably make a lot of money with it, and that's the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Blizzard makes a lot of money, we're all happy. You skipped over the biggest news of the year so far.
Oh, I did miss it.
Oh, I got me all excited for 2 seconds, and then it's like, oh, Blizzard, video game. Blah.
I did miss that. Do you want to take it then?
Oh, I sure do.
Okay.
So, I mean, Rob, take the wheel.
Take the wheel.
Um, so I mean, Lego, pretty popular. So Nintendo, kind of a big deal. They're making Mario Lego, which, whatever. For if you're a pleb, Mario Lego's okay. But what the world needed, and Lego knew it, is Sega Lego. Sonic the Hedgehog Lego sets. With all the blast processing you can need. Right at the camera. It's coming soon. When is it coming?
No,
It
no
is
specific date, just that it's
coming at no specific date to perhaps a store near you. Only started development, so you could be waiting a while, but already guaranteed the best Lego ever.
yeah, Lego turns their stuff around pretty quick. They're not I mean they just basically have to build it with what they have. Maybe make
It's
a
true.
special piece or two, right? Like
Yeah,
um I don't think it's going to be anything as intricate as the Nintendo stuff, like with the Mario, that electronic Mario and stuff. But
yeah,
this one mock-up here looks pretty darn cool.
it does. Big Robotnik.
You know, we just not last weekend, the weekend before, we finally finished watching the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh, the new one. How was
Yeah,
it?
it's really good. Yeah, it's really good.
I like it.
I highly recommend.
You heard it here, folks. You for?
Uh,
Here's your bird. You heard a bird. You heard it here first, folks. Brian Cashmere, movie of the decade. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. Video game movie of the decade. How about that?
I'll take it. I'll take it. Nothing wrong with that.
I laughed a lot at it. It's they did the character really well of Sonic.
Nice.
So
I like it. Then another less important news.
yeah. So
Okay, it's kind of big news.
Final Fantasy 14 is coming to PS5.
Yeah, online,
Yep.
huge performance boost.
Mm-hmm. They Viagra'd it up.
And a new expansion, right? Endwalker.
Yeah. So, I haven't played any modern Final Fantasy, so this doesn't excite me at all.
Yeah,
But
we're not the market for it.
no, Brent was really quite excited about this and recommended that I give it a try. He said it's probably going to be free to play or something too. So
You said, you're not the boss of me. Don't tell me what to do. But yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy loved by millions and millions of people. So this is big news.
yeah.
Which is why we brought it to you, even though neither myself or Ryan care at all.
How
That's
long's
what we
14 been out? Like,
yes.
It's been a
No idea.
yeah. Must be a while because I think they showed footage of 15 at one of the PlayStation events or something.
Yeah, well, 15's been out a while.
Oh, has it?
Even, yeah.
Oh,
I believe 15 is the oh, maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to Google it right now because we're getting yelled at right now by everyone in the comment section. Yeah, Final Fantasy 15 was on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in 2016.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the massive online one that 14 was. It was just a regular
Adventure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it was really well received. Whereas I think 14 was moderately received for the first little bit, and then they fixed it, made it better, and everyone went, ah.
Yeah. Another one of those stories.
Yes.
Okay. I'll let you take this next one because you posted it. So you posted, you talk about it.
There you go. I don't post enough. All right. So Stadia, little known company named Google, had some games. They were developing it. Everyone was happy and feeling promising. So we reported last week that they closed their first party development studios. And this week, they announced that the developer who was going to make Terraria, which is a game that's been out for a long time, really well loved,
Mm-hmm.
is said that he's no longer making Terraria for the Stadia, which was a thing he was going to do. And that by itself is not big news. No. What makes this a big news is why he canceled it. So he tweeted that his official Terraria YouTube account was disabled and has been for quite some time.
Yeah. At the time of this reporting, it was 3 weeks.
Yeah, so he's been asking, hey guys, what's going on? I haven't broken any of your stuff. I haven't broken any rules. Why? So not just, it was all his Google accounts. So Google Play, Google Drive, YouTube, and Gmail. So Andrew Spinks or Demilogic on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So they cannot, no one to give back to him. He's been getting the runaround, I guess, from Google. And he said, my phone has lost access to thousands of dollars of apps in Google Play. I just bought it, Lord of the Rings 4K, and can't finish it. My Google Drive data is completely gone. I can't access my YouTube channel. The worst of all is losing access to my Gmail address of over 15 years. He goes on to say, I absolutely have not done anything to violate your terms of service, so I can take this no other way than you decided to burn this bridge. Consider it burned. Terraria for Google Stadia is canceled. My company will no longer support any of your platforms moving forward. Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is not necessarily just Stadia. This is an entire Google problem. I imagine this is going to affect, I don't know if it's out for Android or not. Very well might be.
Yeah.
I imagine he would be turning that off as well.
Tearing that down too. So
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be interesting to find out why. Like why it happened.
I don't know if we'll ever find that. This is updated as of today at 5 p.m. So.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Update: the developers of Terraria, Relogic, have shared more details about what their severed ties with Google mean, including how the boycott will include future versions of Terraria and future games from the studio. But existing versions of Terraria on Android and Google Play will not be impacted by his decisions.
Right. Because I guess that's punishing the people who've bought it, not
It is. Yeah. That's a good point. That would be kind of a jerk move if. But that's crazy. Like, that is the most Stadia Google story. It's just continuing the spiral of what will eventually be the Stadia's demise.
So
that makes me sad.
Absolutely.
Hopefully Google will do okay though and manage to find something else to make money on.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Yeah.
So for this next thing, I'm gonna try a oh, never mind. I was gonna try sharing my screen, but because I don't have the permissions to do that apparently.
Oh, okay. Distract the people.
I guess that's not very good for the audio portion. I was waving at the.
I am distracting you as we speak.
I'm distracting you as we speak.
All right. Now, this is the part of the show where I try and remember where the share button is. Is it not in the center of...
It's in the center bottom there.
Participants, chat. It's green. That's why I never see it. All right. Here we go. Sharing now. Is it sharing?
There we go. So the super mushrooms in Mario are actually based on an actual mushroom named Amanita muscaria. They make the user feel, so user meaning you've eaten it,
yes,
feel as though they are growing in size. This effect was also referenced in Alice in Wonderland.
And that's from didyouknowgaming.com.
Yeah.
So we give them the credit for...
Yes, absolutely. This is not something. But yeah, so as you saw in the picture there, it's a real mushroom.
Yeah. Yep. This is terribly funny.
So I kind of want to try one to feel like I'm growing.
Right.
I don't
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It is. I mean, you look at it, and I mean, I'm sure this picture was picked for its, similarities, but holy mackerel, yeah,
Yeah, it kind of screams, "Don't eat me."
yeah, it's like crusty white spots on it, and yeah,
So cool. They took that idea, and so there must be a green one like that too, right? That if
gives
you're
you extra
dead,
lives.
yeah,
Yeah,
if you're dead, they give it to you and it brings you back.
I would think so.
So in the last bit of news, Disco Elysium is getting a final cut, which is, according to the developers, is the game that they actually wanted to release,
Hmm.
not what they kind of had to based on their budget and everything. But the game's been such a hit that they've been able to go back and fix up a few things. But the biggest thing is that uh, they're going to be adding voice acting throughout the entire game now.
Nice.
That's the biggest thing. I guess there is only some. So this has been on my backlog for. I bought it around Christmas. There, it was on sale for a great price, and I've been just kind of trying to wade through all the all the games to get to it.
Right.
Um, and yeah, so I'm kind of excited. I'm even more excited to try this now. So I'm gonna wait till this final cut comes out. Um, they say it'll be a free upgrade on PC and that it's gonna come out on the PlayStation and Xbox platforms. So I'm not sure if it'll be a free upgrade the way it's worded here there as
Hmm.
well. But
Okay.
I'm gonna be playing it on PC. So because yeah, it says here the final cut will be available on PlayStation 4 and 5 and as a free upgrade for existing players on Windows PC. So
Very nice. PC Master Race.
PC Master Race. So yeah, if anyone out there has played Disco Elysium, please send us an email, let you know, comment in the comments. Uh, I've heard great things, nothing but great things, and I can't wait to try it. Well, I can because I keep putting it off, but
Right.
I am
Have and
eagerly.
will.
I have and will.
Um,
So I think that's it for news. I think
that's a lot of news,
it was a lot of news, right?
which means I'll stop banging my mouse when I move the cursor there.
You need to turn up your sensitivity.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Yeah, had to move the mic a little closer, and I kind of
Oh, gotcha.
wedged my mouse in.
I hear
I
you.
had this much space. I was.
So I'll start off this week. I started you off last week with
Sure.
what you were playing. So I
What are we playing?
what are we playing? I don't know.
So if you want to rate bumpers for us, you
Yeah,
can email
heck.
us and make us grumpy@gmail.com
Yeah,
because we don't know what we're doing.
no.
Ugh.
If you've seen our stuff, you know that.
You know, you know.
We try. We try damn hard. So I finally got around to starting up Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity again.
Oh, nice.
I raved about the demo back in November when it came out. Because I put 3 hours into it and I hadn't finished the demo, and by then I was like, okay, I must have played quite a bit of this. So I played it a bunch in the past week, and holy cow, this game, man. So
Hmm.
they hit a lot from the demo.
Hmm.
The demo just made it seem like it was more of like how Hyrule Warriors were, just kind of set in the
Sure.
and I kind of would have been happy with that. But I played through enough of the story to make it to the first one of the first champions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh my god, I'm having such trouble today.
Let's call him Leroy.
Yeah. Um,
First champion Leroy.
First champion Leroy. Anyways, so I made it to, but I'll back up a little bit. So you you can play as three characters kind of to start off with. You can play as Link, Impa, or Zelda.
Sure.
And they made them all um different enough
Hmm.
that, like, in the first Hyrule Warriors, even though you're doing different stuff, it wasn't until you really got to your ultimate like wipeout
Sure.
that it was really different. Even
Hmm.
like the people who aren't using swords, it still feels like you're using swords.
Sure.
In this, it doesn't feel like that. Like um they actually make it feel like, so Link is the typical like Dynasty Warrior style where you've got your sword and you're hacking and slashing your way through, and then Impa is a little more mystical, and it really feels like it. Like you gotta kind of do some spells but using all the same buttons.
Sure.
And then everybody gets access to the Shake
Okay.
slate.
Yeah.
And you get all those abilities built in there too.
Hmm.
And that's tied into like fighting bosses. And but what got me is after I played through the first kind of couple battles and the map opens up
Hmm.
and there's actual like quests and things you've been picking up. um Sometimes the quest is just handing stuff in and then you get an
Hmm.
ability, and sometimes it's like a little quest where you can only kill, your kills are only counted if you use like the bomb, the timed bomb off the Shake slate.
Sure. Sure. You
You know,
bet.
like,
Hmm.
so a lot of variety there. Um, and then what really got me is
Hmm.
in one of the levels, I was walking through this town area, and I saw a pinwheel, just a little pinwheel, like,
Sure.
and I'm like, no. So I walk up to it, and it's a Korok, and it gives you a Korok seed, just like just like from Breath of the Wild, right? So I'm
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I've been in all these levels. This is the first one I found. Like, do I got to go back and
And the
look
answer is
for
yes.
and look for Korok seeds? And I'm like, man, this game, it just like
Hmm.
it feels so much like Breath of the Wild, but not. I
Sure.
don't know how else to explain it. Like, I spent a lot of time in that world and loved every minute of it. Um, and one of my first like tasks when pandemic hit, when I was really hitting the backlog hard, was I went back and finished the DLC and got my
Great.
motorbike, and
Hmm.
um, Urbosa is the name of the first champion I got to.
Okay.
And man, they made her like, so her kind of special power is lightning,
Hmm.
and there's a lot, like, you do a lot of things with like charging up the lightning, like in the button combinations and stuff. So it like, it's not just, in the first Hyrule Warriors I kind of burned out on it because it's just, but
Sure.
like, just mash
Hmm.
mash 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 mash, and that's all you do.
You
There's
did the
like,
mash.
exactly. But yeah, and like, and you're fighting all the familiar like bad guys, and the story's cool, and oh man, I'm just loving it so much. Like, it, yeah, if you love Breath of the Wild, I cannot recommend this any higher.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Um so that's one of the games I played this week.
Hmm.
Uh on a quick update, I reached as far as I'm going to go in Two Point Hospital for now.
Hmm.
I The last two hospitals I kind of blew through, and
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, no more challenges so far. I can back burner this for a while because
Sure.
it was consuming a lot of my time. So, um, something I did get to try though was the Medium, which is out on Game Pass there.
Excellent. And what'd you
Uh,
think of that?
Um,
You're waiting for the extra large.
yeah, yeah. Never fit a medium, man. Come on.
Come on. Well, I meant like coffee sizes, not
Uh,
calling you. Yeah.
no, I know.
I'm a big
So,
fan of an extra large double any day.
oh yeah. Who gets a meat? Psychopaths. That's who get medium double.
Psychopaths.
Medium double
And I guess
double.
small children, people with heart
No,
conditions.
no.
They're all gonna laugh at you. That is a throwback. If you guys
Yeah.
remember that.
High fives. All
Hey.
around. So the medium. So first impression, um, like in the opening cutscene, you know, you're kind of zooming in on this window and it's these crazy photorealistic like backgrounds,
Mm-hmm.
and then you meet the character who is not photorealistic.
Mm.
And she goes to take a drag of her cigarette, and it's like the blockiest hand you've ever seen comes up, and it's like no movement to it. And there's like a cigarette, like just like
Mm.
so. I was a little taken aback by that because I was like, at first I'm like, you know, the voiceover and like the mood it's setting, and then bam, her, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, wow, that's that's a weird, okay,
It's a bold
so
choice.
I definitely noticed that her fidelity is not does not match the backgrounds,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and so that's one thing that kind of takes me out of it a bit. The second thing that takes me out of it is fixed camera
Oh,
and pre-rendered backgrounds.
this is Resident Evil?
But yeah, like you actually like when you walk out of a room, it loads up the next room.
Hmm.
Yeah, so a little turned off by that. Third strike. The big deal about this game was, you know, there's these two pre-rendered worlds, or these two worlds rendering at the same time.
Absolutely, yes.
And in all the trailers I watched and everything, I kind of assumed when they were showing a split screen
Mm-hmm.
that it meant they were showing you that these two worlds are happening at the same time and you can jump in between them. But that's not the case.
It's not the case.
No, it actually like your the two worlds come up, your screen splits, and yeah, and then you're like solving puzzles in the nether world that kind of affect the real world.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to walk away. That was about an hour and a bit in, and I'm like, okay, you know, maybe I'm being hard, maybe just mood, whatever. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, just I was kind of hyped to play this. I was like,
Sure.
you know, this seems really cool. Like, but you know, kind of three disappointments in a row like that. I was like, okay, but I'm like, you know what? I'll come back. So, um, once I kind of got over the fact that the pre-rendered worlds aren't two separate things, and it brings up the split screen. There's actually some kind of cool puzzle things that you do because you'll have to be watching both sides
Mm-hmm.
and and uh and you know do something in another world and then do something in the real world and um
Okay.
but one big knock against it is like I said, these pre-rendered backgrounds they're photorealistic,
Mm-hmm.
and then these characters that they're
Mm-hmm.
putting in there are not. They're like they're above average,
Mm-hmm.
but do they look like they're supposed to be in that world? No, no. So I put another couple hours into it. Got
Mm-hmm.
for it's the story is definitely intriguing, and I'm gonna keep with it because of that. But just you know, I'll see how much I get swayed. But that was a little bit of just
Man,
bad taste in my mouth about that.
not good.
Yeah. And then I guess lastly I'll mention I did a backlog of good intentions. I recorded on the
Hmm.
weekend too,
Yes.
with FTL Faster Than Light.
Ah, yes.
And I can tell already this game is going to be a problem, as in the time sink, because
Right. Yeah.
uh, we both happened to be online at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about, you know, hey, we got some time to play games, and I was like, I'd recorded Faster Than Light already, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll play a little bit more, and then 2.5 hours later, I'm like, I'm still playing faster than light. Oh no. Oh, this game.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's really I'm sad that I've sat on it for so long.
Right. Right. And
So
did you start playing it again because it's like end of life and X Pass or Game Pass?
oh no, I didn't even
I thought it
notice
was
that.
one of the ones that was end of life, but
It definitely could be.
yeah.
No, I've had it in my Steam library.
Ah,
I actually
yes.
mentioned it in the video that um, the I did just level checks of recording,
Mm-hmm.
and before that, it actually said it was December of 2013 was the last time I tried it.
Oh wow.
Last
Okay.
time I'd logged into it, so it's been sitting there a while.
Right. Right.
And yeah, so no, I just one of those ones that I'm like, I just remembered it. I put just over an hour into it before,
Mm-hmm.
and I remembered it being really hard and me not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it now, and man, oh man, yeah, it's going to be a problem.
Excellent.
So that's what I've been playing.
That's what you've been playing.
Yeah,
Very nice. Very nice. Moving on. No. I actually played a couple of video games
yeah,
for periods of time. So first, I played quite a bit more of Phoenix Rising. Got
nice.
back in there, and I had to format my hard drives there for anyone who doesn't understand why I've been playing a lot of PC games lately. I was having some pretty serious computer problems. I had to format everything, and then everything I had, all the apps and everything disappeared, and I've been slowly re-downloading them. Thankfully, Ubisoft has a very good save platform. You can
Mm,
even go between different systems, from what I
yeah,
understand. So, right back in it, and yeah, it's still great writing, great action. Really enjoying it. It's getting that stage of these type of games where it's like I'm done something and I go, okay, do I do the story or do I go over to that vault over there and see if I can get a little more Zeus lightning so I can train up and get a little more health or get up and a little more stamina? And that's where I start to go, oh, I'm a little overwhelmed. But the writing's keeping me going and it's still really good. So Phoenix Rising. And
awesome.
played a game on Game Pass, which was kind of a shot in the dark. I was like, that looks really good. It's one called a Ghost of a Tale. And it is a stealth third person game where you're a mouse who's been kidnapped by rats in a medieval world and you're a bard. So your wife's been captured, you wake up in a cell, and someone leaves you a key and you have to sneak your way out, and it's fantastic. Like it's I guess 2016 was when this came out. It was an Indiegogo
Oh,
funded game. So it's just coming to Game Pass now, which but it's yeah, it is so entirely stealth driven. Like there's indicators for if people are hearing you and you don't really have a sword, but you could throw bottles, you
oh,
can throw you have sticks and like slime pots you can throw down, and it's it's really good. Like really enjoying it. I haven't been jump scared yet, which is a plus. Um
yeah, we were chatting about it there on Saturday, and I watched the trailer. I'm like, this looks great. Like the
it
animation in
is.
it, the
Yeah.
animations in it look awesome.
Yeah, that's why it surprised me to see it was 2016 because it's but I've been playing in 4K. It looks really good on my 5700 XT, like nothing too fancy, but
Nice.
looks good, plays really well, and it's free on Game Pass. So go play it. I mean, or don't. I'm not your dad, but I could be your dad. If you need a dad, email us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com.
If you needed someone to yell at you to play your video games,
Yes, yeah,
gladly do that.
yeah. But don't actually ask us to be your dad. We can barely handle our own kids. So that was just a bit that went wrong. I apologize.
I like giving you just enough rope to hang yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So you know whose fault this whole bit gone off the rails is? Obama.
Obama, yeah.
It's all Obama's fault. Or Trump. I guess we say Trump now, right?
I think we say
Everything's
Trump
Trump's
now.
fault.
Yeah.
Okay. Till the next time, the next guy we blame for everything.
It's funny watching someone hang themselves twice. It's
So see, now that I've said it about both people, both groups are mad at me.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. You're welcome.
Everyone's angry equally.
That's right. And that's all the games I've been playing, I guess. Watch the Super Bowl, too. You watch the Super Bowl? That's topical.
I didn't, but I watched all the highlight commercials this morning. So
There you go.
that's what I get out of Super Bowl.
Yep. Watch the game. It was okay.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Brady won his 7th now. It's 7.
Oh wow.
Good for him. Brady. Handsome and talented. Not fair.
He has it all.
He has it all. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so you see Brady, beautiful, talented, and we have Big Ben. Not beautiful. Not necessarily even very smart. Kind of drives his motorbike through things. But yeah, they had a good year. But now it's Super Bowl. We ate a lot of nachos. We watched Canadian Phenom The Weeknd do have a pretty good halftime show.
Nice.
And they had a streaker at the end. That was kind of entertaining.
Were there people in the stands?
There were only it looked like about 25%, and then they had cardboard cutouts for the rest.
Oh, okay.
So Florida, you can have people. It's one of the states where you can, but it was still a capacity limit. So
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah, and I think I would imagine it was mostly family members.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it was still nice to hear noise, like real noise, not piped in noise. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good game.
Awesome.
Us Canadians, we appreciate your American football down there, and we appreciate being able to eat the nachos while we're watching the game and the chicken wings. And
thank you for giving me a day of amazing commercials.
And Ryan appreciates commercials, which I haven't actually checked out because we simulcast the Canadian ones up here.
Right.
Yeah, so we don't get your fancy commercials.
There were some funny ones.
Yeah.
I didn't see any movie trailer ones though, which I guess is
Yeah,
usually what I. But yeah,
they're not really releasing any movies. I guess they had that Yahoo or Yuha or whatever the new Disney one.
Oh, okay.
The Last Dragon. I've offended some people here. It's Yahoo. Yahweh. Yahi.
No idea, man.
New Disney movie.
You're just making words up now.
I am. New Disney movie. Raya. I was way off. Raya and the Last Dragon.
You go.
Yahoo. But yeah, movies. They just aren't really happening.
Oh, I guess there was a Fast and the Furious 9 trailer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see if that actually happens.
Yeah.
Anyways. So, I guess that brings us to the end of the show. It's always so hard to say goodbye.
I see by the clock on the wall. It's time to bid you one and all.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
So long. That's Schuster and Schuster. No, Schuster.
Yeah.
Schuster and Schuster, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's it.
we both know the show. We just can't remember. Schuster and Schuster. Yes. Comedy from way back in the day.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So why don't you say good night to the people, Ryan?
Good night, people. Well, everyone, thank you for watching / listening. We always appreciate it. As we mentioned last week, leave us any sort of comment, even smashing your hand on your keyboard and just letting that lie. We'll know what that's about. Brought us great joy last week.
Yep, it did.
If you want to be a little more personal, you can email us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you with ideas. Are you creative? Want to send us a bumper that we can actually use instead of us doing mouth noises every week for the different segments? There we go. I think that was a duck. I'm not. Some sort of bird.
Yeah.
We have a website, thegrumpyoldgamers.com. It's updated sometimes.
We're busy people doing stuff. We try.
But if you want to really keep the most current, check us out on Facebook. Look up the Grumpy Old Gamers. That's where most of the activity happens. I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah. If you want to find out the newest rumors about video game systems that may or may not come out, that we may have pulled out of our butts, come check us out.
Come check us out. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good evening.
Good night, everyone.